Hey everybody, Justin from Lake Murray again, and today we're going to be talking about using our DT7 radio system from DJI with ESCs that DJI does not make. If you've never encountered the problem I'm about to talk to you about, you will probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you have, you'll know how frustrating it can be. I encountered this problem when I was building a quad. It was using a DJI NAZA-M Lite flight controller, and I was using Hobbywing Platinum Pro 30 amp ESCs, just like this. And the issue I came across was that no matter how I set up this radio in DJI RC Assistant, and no matter what I did in NAZA Lite Assistant, there's absolutely no way that I could get the ESCs to arm the motors with this radio. The issue is not unique to the DT7 and DR16, but with every other radio and receiver there's a way to fix it, and that is throttle range calibration. But the problem with the DR16 is that it is a single port receiver. It just has one port for D.Bus or S.Bus, and so you cannot hook an ESC directly into this receiver because the ESC doesn't talk S.Bus. So you can't hook the ESC directly up to just channel 3 or throttle as you would a normal receiver and then go through your throttle range calibration. So I had no way to arm my motors using this transmitter, and I asked a bunch of DJI retailers, hey, what's the workaround here? Because it seems like a pretty big engineering flaw, if you will. They said the problem is your ESCs. Use DJI ESCs. They do not require throttle calibration. That's not really an acceptable answer to me because I don't want to use DJI ESCs. I want to use the ones that I have. I don't want to rebuy equipment, and I don't want to be limited to DJI equipment, even though I know that's kind of what they're known for. Anyway, I wanted to use this radio with the quad I had built, with a flight controller that is compatible with, of course, because it's a NASA, but I just wanted to use Hobbywing ESCs. So I searched high and low on the internet, and I could not find a solution. Everyone just said it's impossible. You have to use a different radio, or you have to use different ESCs, DJI ESCs. So I put all this stuff back in the box. I'd forgotten about it on the shelf, and I was about to sell it on eBay, and I'd probably take a loss on it since I bought it new. And a few weeks passed, and I got to thinking, what if I could decode S.Bus, because there are S.Bus decoders, and isolate the throttle signal it's outputting, and then hook that to the ESC, and then I could do a traditional throttle range calibration with my Hobbywing ESCs. And so the solution I came across was this. You're going to need a few things to do this. Obviously, you're going to need your radio, transmitter, and receiver. You're going to need two things from FrSky. All right, the first one is this. This is a FrSky CPPM/S.Bus decoder. And this is available from Hobby King, or a lot of places probably, but I got it from Hobby King, and I think it was about $13. And these are traditionally used to get reassign S.Bus channels in like an 8+ receiver. So like FrSky is an 8+, Futaba has a bunch. That way you can reassign your S.Bus channels to higher channel assignments and use your traditional ports for 1 through 8. Or 1 through 7, whatever. So you're going to need one of those. Next, you're going to need one of these. And this thing is known as the FrSky Servo Channel Changer. And this, too, I got from Hobby King. I think it was about $15, maybe $18, I forget. I'll put the links to both of these in the description so you guys will know where to get them. Both were available from the Hobby King US West warehouse, so it didn't take a whole long time to get them once I got this idea. Alright, next you're going to need a 5-volt power source. I'm just going to use this Hobbywing UBEC. You're going to need your ESCs and motors. Mounted on a quad is fine, of course, but I'm just going to use this for demonstration. And you're going to need flight battery. or whatever main power source you're using for your ESCs. So the first step in this process goes like this. Take your 5-volt source, in this case just a 3S battery and a 5-volt EBIC, and you're going to take your channel changer and your decoder. You're going to hook your decoder to your channel changer. And then you're going to power up the channel changer. Alright, you're going to see the screen pop up on there. There you go. And you're going to see the decoder LED light up. Now on the decoder, there's a little button right here. And that is how you choose which port you're selecting to reassign the channel, basically. So you can set 4 channels using this decoder. For our purposes, all we really need is one port and channel 3, which is throttle. So all I did was set port 3, pin set 3, to channel 3 right there using this channel changer. When you get your decoder, all 4 sets of these pin sets are going to be assigned channel 1. So if you hook this up to your S.Bus receiver, all these pins would be outputting channel 1. So that's why you need the channel changer. So you're going to set whatever one you want to channel 3. You can set them all to channel 3. It doesn't matter as long as you have one pin set that is set to channel 3. So that is what you need your channel changer for. Now both of these things from FrSky come with good instructions. So if I didn't make that clear, just read your instructions. It's really, really simple to use these 2 pieces of equipment. Once we've set at least one of these pin sets to channel 3 for throttle, we're done with the channel changer. We don't need that anymore. So we can disconnect it, and we can disconnect our decoder from it and go ahead and set the channel changer aside. We're still going to need our 5-volt power source though. Alright, next we're going to take our ESC and we're going to hook servo leads to whichever pin set we have assigned channel 3 for throttle. In this case, I used pin set 3. And we're going to hook the S.Bus cable. You see it marked with S.Bus. I know it's kind of blurry. But we're going to hook that to the output S.Bus port on the DR16 receiver. And finally, we're going to take our 5-volt power source and we're going to hook it up to any of the available pin sets. All right, so we have 3 other available pin sets here, and this is just to power the decoder and the receiver. Since you only have one port on the receiver, you can't power through that, so we're going to power through the decoder. And once we plug it in, we're going to turn on our transmitter, and you'll see it light up green, indicating it's bound and connected. So our receiver's ready to go, our decoder's ready to go. They're plugged into the ESC. Now we're going to treat everything like it's a normal receiver and transmitter, and we're going to go through the traditional throttle range setting, calibration for our ESCs. Now this is kind of tricky because these DJI transmitters have spring-centered sticks, so you can't do like what I do with my Futaba, turn it on and it's got to be all the way down, otherwise it gives you the error, and then once it goes away you can go ahead and put it all the way up. It's spring-centered. So we want to make sure we get the full range of throttle. What we have to do is make sure that we hold this all the way up first before we power on our ESC. Alright, you heard it enter calibration. You go all the way to the bottom. There you go. It took calibration. And now as soon as we let up on the stick, we should get motor movement. And there we go. Alright, that indicates that the ESC has throttle range calibration with this radio. Alright, so if we go all the way down, motor stops. And if we go mid-throttle obviously, and full throttle. and we have successfully set throttle range using our S.Bus decoder from FrSky. And we can go ahead and do this for all our ESCs, and we are going to be good to go. Let me just disconnect this real quick. Alright, so that is the process for how we go ahead and set throttle range for our ESCs when we are using this DR16 receiver and DT7 transmitter, because otherwise there is no way to do it. If you've encountered this problem and you were able to find a solution, and you're watching this video now and you're thinking, hey, someone already figured this out, please put it in the comments section so I can go ahead and give credit where credit's due. But I did searching all over the internet. I could not find a solution. Maybe I just missed it, but it seemed like everyone just gave up, went with a different transmitter and receiver, or used DJI ESCs. So I hope this helps someone. It's going to enable me to use this radio on a quad. Otherwise I would have had to buy a new transmitter and receiver. And so I hope it helps someone else out there. And thanks for watching.